Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Hey, Never Lose Hope. Shook, Beach Bum. Good morning. It's cold outside, Never Lose Hope. Oh, you got your picture up. So pretty. Shook, you're sick? I hate to hear that. Well, I'm home by myself, so I thought I would do a few little updates while I had the time before 411 Now goes live. I think he goes live about 11 my time, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, feel better, Shook. Prayers, hun. Hey, Lisa. Good morning. So, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she passed away. She was the Associate U.S. Supreme Court Justice. She passed away from pancreatic cancer, 87 years old. She was the U.S. Supreme Court Justice for 27 years. She was appointed by Bill Clinton in 1993. Hey, Austin. Good morning. Hey, Lori. Good morning, everyone. She was a tough cookie. Miss Ginsburg was, that's for sure. She had cancer like several times, didn't she? If I disappear, it's my phone updating. Oh, okay, Lisa. Is it cold everywhere? I know it's cold here. Hey, Charlie Girl says, good morning. Here's something I noticed about the weather. Y'all, last year it didn't get cold like this at this time, not here. This is about the time that I got Annabelle last year, my goat. And it wasn't chilly like this. I bet we're going to have a bad winter because we really didn't have a bad winter last year. It was kind of mild. I need to look at the Farmer's Almanac. She was great at her job. She had class. Kathy, howdy from Austin. That reminds me of a country song, the name Austin. The country song is something like, if this is Austin, I still love you. I can't remember who sings that. Anyways, I'd like to visit Austin. It's good to see you, Charlie Girl says. Never lose hope. Hibernation weather. I think we're in for a cold winter. Lots of caterpillars in the trees, and they are quite fussy. You know, I've been noticing, I don't know if they're caterpillars, but the big woolly worms, I've been seeing those things everywhere. Blake Shelton sings that. Really. Thanks, Austin and Lisa. I could not think who sang that. I love that song. Absolutely love it. I like Blake Shelton. I saw something the other day, him and Gwen Stefani, they might be breaking up. Lisa says, Jinx Austin. Yeah, I had an article about is it Mistress or Miss Ginsburg? I found out last night because I saw a message in Discord. She was surrounded by her family when she passed away. I know that. Let's see what it says. Said she was affectionately known as RBG. I mean, she served a long time, 27 years. Okay, let's see what else it says. I think she's going to have a private, they're going to have a private ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery for her. She was the subject of two 2018 feature films on the basis of sex and the documentary RBG, which I'm assuming that is about her. Everybody seemed just to love her. She's going to be deeply, deeply missed. Tough cookie, just like my Granny B. Barry Mary, good morning. I know who we're missing. We're missing Kira. Hey, there's Shine On. Shine On says, woolly worms, what have I missed? Well, We've been talking about the weather. There was some kind of saying that my granny used to say about woolly worms when you would see them. Maybe that we're in for a bad winter, I believe. Good morning, TC. How are you doing? Kathy says, in this political climate, good idea. May God rest her soul. Yeah, I don't blame them for wanting to have a private ceremony. I don't blame them at all. Actually, if I passed away, I don't think I want a bunch of people coming and viewing me, looking down at me. No, no, no. I think about the craziest things, guys. Okay, I got to get serious here. After we get done with these updates, we'll talk about something else. Halloween something. Sometimes I get burnt out on true crime. I'm really burnt out on the kids' cases right now. I've been trying to avoid them as much as possible, even though we got one to talk about this morning. So there was a missing college student from ASU, Adam Dowell, 22 years old. He left to go to the ATM, and I think he was going to go to a party afterwards. When his friends couldn't find him, he didn't come back to the dorm, so they called his mom, and she reported him missing. Well, they found him dead. Now they have arrested a student. Let me see if I can find that guy's picture in a second. Adam Dodell, he was 22. He was a second-year student at the historically black university. It's Alabama State University. It says he was reported missing when he failed to return to his dorm room after going out to get money from an ATM. The other day when we talked about this, my theory was when he went to the ATM, someone robbed him, probably someone that he knew. And he did know the suspect. The suspect's name is Ivory Hall. He's only 20. So Adam's mother, Toya, said that she said that her son talked with someone in the family nearly every day. So when friends contacted her on September 9th to say that they hadn't heard from him and no one else in the family had either, she headed to Montgomery from her Alabaster home. So they have not provided any other details about Adam's death except to say that he had been fatally shot. Let me get the suspect's picture here, because I have it in my Discord. So probably what happened is he went to the ATM. This Ivory guy was probably with him because he was a student at ASU too, and he robbed him and shot him. Let me just get his picture. Let me see if I can open the original so I don't have to share my Discord room there. Get the picture. So there's the suspect. 20 years old. My God, there's so many children's cases. I'm so glad that you're an advocate for children, Cece. Thank you. Never lose hope. Well, you know what? I was one of those kids at one time. I suffered abuse. So some of these kids we talk about went through a hell of a lot more than I did, of course. Some of them were murdered, of course. But I just know what it feels like to be abused and be a child, and there's nothing you can do about it. It is so scared. I used to be just like petrified. I'd just freeze up. These cases really get to me. I could never quit talking about them, though. I say I'm going to, but I can't. How close were they, and how much did he steal? That's a good question. They've not released any details about how much money Adam took out of the bank. All they've said is that he went to the ATM and never returned. Then they found him shot. Took them a couple days to find him, to find his body. Okay, yeah, that's the suspect. Now let's look at the victim. Poor Adam. And I think Adam wanted to be a special ed teacher. I'm just wondering why he was at the ATM. Maybe he was going to loan that guy money or something, then that guy decided to rob him. I have a feeling he was in his inner circle. Me too, Beach Bum, because he is a student there. Adam was a good-looking kid. His mom's heartbroken. Bless her heart. So sad. Let me close out some of my tabs here. It is sad. Prayers for Toya. I think her name's Toya Cohill, his mother. What time did this happen? It happened on September the 8th. It was at nighttime. I do know that when he went to the ATM. If anyone knows the exact time, put it in the chat or the comment section. I'm not sure about that, but I do know it was at night. They're keeping a tight lip on this case. They've not revealed many details at all. Actually, Kira is the one that told me about this case. She brought it to my attention. Such a sad ripple effect of harm. I know it. This morning, guys, I was trying to read this article right here. I'll read it to you guys. It confused the hell out of me of how the suspect knowed these two victims. They were shot and killed. This is in Tennessee. Carjacker executes young husband in front of pregnant wife. I was a little bit distracted when I was trying to read it. So I'm going to read it again. But it just kind of confused me about how this all came about. It says an hour-long search and chase in Middle Tennessee on Sunday ended with 3 people shot dead, including a husband who was executed in front of his pregnant wife. The suspect, let's see how you say his name, D'Angelo Dorsey, was among the dead. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation said he shot and killed himself after leading police along Interstate 24 at speeds up to 100 miles an hour before a rollover crash stopped the chase. Inside the vehicle, police found Eileen Stevens, 4 months pregnant wife of Philip Jordan Stevens, who was found dead by the side of Interstate 24 in Manchester shortly before. CBI said the incident began at 9:30 a.m. when Dorsey, 29, shot and killed Darcy Johnson, 28, inside a vehicle traveling westbound on I-24 near Beech Grove, about 50 miles southeast of Nashville. He also wounded a person inside that vehicle. Okay, so you must have carjacked people. CBI spokesman Josh Devine told the Tennessean that Dorsey knew both men in the vehicle, but a motive for the shooting was unclear. It was an argument of some sort, but beyond that, we have no details to provide at this time, Devine said. Traffic in the area stopped after the shooting, and Dorsey tried to carjack a nearby car, but the driver escaped on foot. Dorsey then approached a nearby truck, and during an altercation shot the driver in the face. Next, he approached another driver, fired through the window when she attempted to drive away. The bullet struck her in the hand. Then TBI said Dorsey took off in an undetermined vehicle and rear-ended the Ford Mustang in which the Stevensons were traveling on their way to church in Murfreesboro. The couple stopped, believing it to be a fender bender. Dorsey took them hostage, forced them to drive to their home in Morrison, about 30 miles away. When they arrived, it appears Dorsey took 2 additional firearms from the home, swapped vehicles to a blue Toyota RAV4, and forced the man and the woman to accompany him. Jesus. Let me get this down. Sometime in the afternoon, the TBI said Dorsey took both hostages to a location in McMinnville area, separated them, executed the male hostage in view of his wife. Okay. Then shortly after 3:30 p.m., a concerned citizen spotted the RAV4 and called police. Coffee County District Attorney Craig Northcott said. 15 minutes later, Dorsey crashed the vehicle. After inflicting this harm on the community, this murderer stepped out of his vehicle that he had wrecked, fatally shot himself. Jordan Stevenson's mother told WTVC that her son begged Dorsey not to harm his wife and baby. I want everyone to know Jordan died a hero, Michelle Stevens said. Jordan and Eileen Stevens, both 23, had been married for 3 years, family said. The baby girl Eileen is carrying would have been their first child. Her family told WKRN that both mother and daughter are expected to recover, but the loss of Jordan will be difficult. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I was a little confused. Some of his victims that he must have known. I have 2 sisters that live there. Really? Had you heard about this, Never Lose Hope? Seems like I heard about this the other day. Thank God that he didn't harm her too. He could have. He could have easily killed her. Thank God he didn't. Something stopped him. So crazy. It's scary to travel anywhere. Just think you could be traveling on the interstate and all of a sudden traffic comes to a stop and here comes some madman shooting people. He shot that one person in the face, guys. Yes, he shot himself. After he wrecked, he got out and shot himself. Yeah. Took the coward's way out. Wonder what was like the motive for all of this. See what else is going on. It sounds like one man and evil spree. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Oh my gosh, here's something. Mom who drowned son has schizophrenia. Recently become obsessed with some kind of witchcraft. Oh my goodness. Okay, here's a good question, guys. If someone is diagnosed, like a parent is diagnosed with schizophrenia, should they be left alone with the children? What do y'all think? I don't think they should. My grandfather was paranoid schizophrenic, and some of the things that he could say sometimes was very scary. Now, he never acted violent towards me or towards my granny, but he would just say crazy things about the Bible and demons and see stuff that wasn't there, So, had experience, being around someone that's got that disease. And honestly, I think if someone's diagnosed with schizophrenia, they shouldn't be alone with children. That's just my opinion. Is drama in here? Drama must remain on the stage. So y'all agree with me? Yeah. People's welcome to disagree, but just seeing my papa the way he was, sometimes, guys, when he'd be off his medicine, he would be talking, and I couldn't understand what he was saying because it sounded like some kind of foreign language. It actually sounded like tongues. If you've ever been to a church, where they talk in tongues, that's something that I don't understand, the talking in tongues, but that's what it sounded like. Listen to Hay from Memphis, CC. And that's where he started his hijacking. I may be wrong. This crap goes on around here all the time. Never lose hope. You need to move towards me, girl. Cece, watched the documentary on Netflix last night about the guy with schizophrenia that killed his sister. Very good. Schizophrenia is a sad disease. My papa was just, he was living in hell, guys. He was just so miserable. Grief, most schizophrenic patients are unable to care for themselves completely. And yeah, and here's the thing. Most people that's diagnosed with schizophrenia, they don't want to take their medicine. I mean, it was a struggle getting Papa to take his medicine. I was the only one that could get him to do it. And a lot of times he'd hold it back, cheek it, as they call it, and throw it away. Andrea Yates did the same thing. She didn't want to take her medicine. There's a couple of channels here on YouTube. It's called um, Living with Schizophrenia. I forget the exact name, but that's what it's about. Okay. So a while back, Danny Masterson from that 70s show was accused of raping 3 women at his Hollywood Hills home. Well, he was in court. He made his first appearance in Los Angeles County Court Friday to face the charges. He did not enter a plea. Let's take a look at him. Like, I don't watch that 70s show. I never have. So when I first read this, like, I had no idea who this guy was. I had to go look it up. Okay, so he didn't enter a plea. Instead, one of his attorneys, Tom Mesereau, I think it's how you say it, who represented Bill Cosby and Michael Jackson against sexual misconduct charges, accused the prosecution of politicizing the case and declared his client was innocent. And we're going to prove it. Well, good luck doing that, because I don't know how they're going to prove he didn't rape them unless they can prove that the girls are lying somehow. Okay. The Los Angeles County District Attorney, Jackie Lacey, filed charges against Masterson in June. Multiple women have accused him of violent sexual assault over the years. Now, Lacey declined to file charges in 2 other cases, one because the statute of limitations had expired, and another because prosecutors could not gather enough evidence. These people that are rich, famous, powerful, they just think they can do anything they want. There's another TV star accused of raping 2 women. He's a reality TV star. His name is Matt Brown. He was on the show The Alaskan Bush People. I saw that yesterday. I was going to do a video on it and I got busy. Okay. So I reckon the prosecutor and Masterson's attorney kind of got into it yesterday in the courtroom. See what? Oh, his attorney filed a motion to dismiss the case outright. And that's why he didn't enter a plea. They're going to hold a hearing on that motion on October 19th. After which, if the motion to dismiss is denied, Masterson will be asked to enter a plea. They're not going to throw out these charges. He's been charged with 3 counts of rape by force or fear. 1 count is for a 23-year-old woman in 2001. A second for a 28-year-old woman in the spring of 2003. Another 23-year-old woman later in 2003. All 3 alleged the attacks happened in his home. And 3 of the accusers were in court on Friday and declined to speak with reporters. The claims were first revealed in a 2017 civil suit. And he has denied all the claims, saying they were motivated by the producer of an anti-Scientology television series. He was fired from the Netflix series The Ranch after the accusations were made public. Boy, Netflix is always involved with these creepy weirdo people. Now Netflix is doing a documentary about Shanann Watts, the Watts murders. Okay. Another civil suit was filed in 2019 by four women who said that Masterson and other affiliates of the Church of Scientology sought to intimidate them into silence after they came forward. Oh, I believe it. They're a bunch of weirdos there. I mean, that's just my opinion. The Church of Scientology, I don't even really know what they believe in or what it's all about. I know something about not taking like medicine for mental illnesses. They don't believe in that. They have to prove him guilty. He doesn't have to prove he didn't do it. Exactly, Austin. His lawyer said he's going to prove he didn't do it. Good luck with that. I don't know how he's going to do that unless he can prove that each one of those ladies lied. I'm looking for something else here. Let me go back. I never did watch that show. I think Mark watched it a little bit, that 70s show. Shows like that, that's just not my cup of tea. I'm more of a, 90 Day Fiance, Love After Lockup. I'll watch CSI sometimes. YouTube's kicking you out. Try to go back 10 seconds into the stream. It's this StreamYards. And it's StreamYards and YouTube combines what the problem is. I may quit paying for StreamYards and go to Streamlabs. But I don't know if you can screen share and stuff, and I need to be able to screen share. Let me go back to the main page here. Last September, I remember we discussed a toddler that was found near a softball field in Delaware. Um, she has never been identified. I think it's in Smyrna, Delaware. They named her baby Elle. Now the police are asking for the public's help to identify her. Someone has a child missing. They have never said how that the baby died. Let me go back and find it. They've got a sketch of what she may have looked like. Maybe it's a soccer field, not a football field. Now, I just don't understand why this child has not been identified. I mean, it has been a year. I think yesterday made exactly a year. What is today? September 19th. Now I can't find the sketch of her. I'll find it just a second. Maybe I was looking. Oh, right here it is. Tot found dead close to softball field. This is so sad. Like, she's somebody's child. Someone placed her there. Let me remove this crap. Okay. So there's what they think she looks like. Read this. It's been a year since a toddler's body was found near a Delaware softball field. and authorities are still hoping to make an identification. Investigators responded to the Little Lass Fields in Smyrna, across the street from Smyrna Middle School, on September 15, 2019, after someone walking a dog found a human bone. There is some evidence of a fire at or near the crime scene, which is why we have involved the state's fire marshal's office in our investigation. Corporal Brian M. Dahmer with the Smyrna police said last year. Now, the child's remains were found close to the softball field batting cages at the bank of the Duck Creek Pond. Investigators at the time said someone attempted to cover up the child, but she was not completely hidden. According to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, the child, nicknamed Baby Elle, had been dead for several weeks or more before being discovered. She appeared to be between the ages of 2 to 5. Bless her heart. NCMEC forensic artist released a facial reconstruction photo last year of the child. She appeared to have been Caucasian or Hispanic, with slightly wavy brown hair. According to the anthropological exam, the child probably suffered from a chronic illness. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. What was this chronic illness? Did she die of that illness? Okay, so the police previously said the child did not match any local missing children. She's also not missing girl Dulce Alvarez, who disappeared from New Jersey in September 2019. Okay, yeah, this is refreshing my memory now. Everyone thought it was Dulce. I think her name's Dulce, not Dulce. Dulce. But it wasn't. Dulce is older than this child. It says, we do not have any internal missing children that would match what we found out there. Okay. Authorities are asking the public to take a close look at Elle's photo. If anyone has any information, contact the Smyrna Police 302-653-3490. Or you can call Crime Stoppers 1-800-TIP-3333 or 1-800-THE-LOST. Maybe Elle's picture. It's crazy how they can come up with a picture from a skeleton. You know what I mean? Isn't that crazy how they can do that? That's what got John List caught. They did like an age progression photo and put it out. I think he was on Unsolved Mysteries. Someone recognized him. What is it, Kara? She's a precious little girl. She's a pretty little girl. It said she had a chronic illness. Do you think this child could have been brought into the country illegally? Maybe she had some kind of chronic illness. She died and they placed her there? I don't know. It's just sad. That's close to the ocean, CC. People come and go through Delaware all the time. Very sad. Yeah. I think she might have been brought into the country illegally and died. Maybe she still had some kind of, it said she had a chronic illness, probably never treated for it. I'm wondering, what kind of chronic illness did she have? How did they know that? It's amazing what they can find out. Faithful one. It's so sad. I kind of had forgot about this case. I'm glad they're talking about it again. Maybe someone will come forward. I mean, you never know. People's been identified 30 and 40 years later after they, bodies were found. Anyways, I just wanted to share that with y'all. Poor little thing. I mean, if she did die of some kind of illness, why didn't they report it? Probably because the child never saw a doctor. So sad. Hopefully, someone calls in with some tips. I want to look at this mom who drowned her son. There was another mom. She actually put her son in the oven. She had schizophrenia real bad. She should have not had any kids in her care. I'll have to look that up and find out that lady's name. That's been a long time since I watched that on Deadly Women. Okay, let's see what she says. Florida woman who allegedly killed her 6-year-old son Wednesday reportedly has mental health issues that have affected her since she was a child. Let's see how you say her name. Elandia Green told WESH that she found her grandson, Avion Borner, lifeless in a bathtub at the Key Suites, an extended stay hotel where her daughter, let me see if I can say her name, Labrana Wilson, had been staying. Green reportedly made the grisly discovery minutes after Wilson was found naked in a nearby lake. Before Borner's body was found, surveillance cameras captured Wilson, 26, pulling the boy across the street towards Lake Tyler. Wilson was filmed returning to the hotel alone a short time later. Wilson reportedly went back to the lake roughly 30 minutes later. Upon returning, Orange County police said she was seen on camera carrying Borner's limp body over her shoulder while heading back to their hotel room. Police alleged that Wilson had drowned her son in the lake. Oh, so she drowned him in the lake and then took him back to the hotel. And half an hour later, Wilson reportedly left the hotel room alone, walked back to Lake Tyler. Witnesses said Wilson took off her clothes, entered the water nude. WESH reported that Wilson refused to get out of the lake and kept saying, "God forgive me," and 444. So she kept saying, "God forgive me," and 444. What's the 444 about? Bystanders and Orange County Fire and Rescue members eventually pulled Wilson from the water. Once out of the lake, water deputies Once out of the lake water, deputies overheard Wilson say, "I think I killed my child." Wow. Okay. It says Green reportedly also lives at Key Suites in Orlando. She and a complex manager reportedly found Borner in the bathtub before he was pronounced dead at the hospital. So she drowned him in the lake and then took him back to the hotel room and put him in the bathtub. It says authorities have not yet revealed a motive, but Wilson is facing murder charges in connection with her son's death. Green told WESH that her daughter has undergone treatment for schizophrenia and bipolar disorder, but she recently became obsessed with some sort of witchcraft. What kind of witchcraft was she into? Black magic? Must have been into the bad witchcraft. Maybe she was abducted while being at the ocean, but she belongs to someone. Yeah. I mean, maybe this child is not from that town. Because that town, it could have been someone just passing through. Hey, Cheryl, good morning. I'm just wondering how bad this woman's schizophrenia was. Good morning, Jermaine. Thank you for the super chat, sweetie. She says, "Good morning, my beautiful, gorgeous, lovely ladies." Why did she still have a child in her custody? I don't get it, Austin. I mean, I'm just being honest. Someone with schizophrenia, they cannot be trusted with kids. You cannot trust that they will take their medicine. Usually what would happen with my grandfather, we'd have him hospitalized. He'd get out. He'd take his medicine and do good for a while. Then he would stop. And it was just, a cycle. And each time, people stop taking their medicine and then they start back and do that, it makes it worse. I heard a doctor say that. Actually, I heard a doctor saying that in the Andrea Yates case. Each time she stopped taking her medicine, then would start, then would stop again, her schizophrenia would be worse. The episodes would be worse. My gosh, guys, I got to get a chair. Rocking chair's not cutting it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful rocking chair. But it's just not good for sitting here live streaming. I've been looking at chairs online. I think I'm just going to buy one from the store, instead of ordering it. Anyhow, I guess that's it for our true crime this morning. Oh, I got a sweet story for you guys. But you better get your tissues out. I'm just going to warn you. This is it's about dogs, but it's kind of a different story than we usually talk about. Let's see. It's about a woman dying from cancer. Just had one thing on her mind. Finding her Aussie dogs a home. This is a sweet story. I'm going to get it pulled up before I share it. I think it's got a video. Let me see. Yeah. It's the only thing about that Newsbreak app. You go to read the article and you got push 100 different things to read the entire article. That's annoying. Okay. I want to find the video. Here it is. We're going to listen to a video about it. So this lady, she finds out she has cancer. And the only thing on her mind is finding her 3 gorgeous Australian Shepherds homes. This is what my ladybug has in her. Hold on. Let me screen share. These dogs are gorgeous. I wish I could have took them. Okay. I didn't mute myself when I unplugged my mic.
Oh, man. Okay, so maybe grab some tissues because this is a pretty tough story this morning, but it is one that we have to tell here. A Friday Harbor woman facing her own early death is now turning to Facebook to try and grant a final wish.
And Travis, I know that this is tough, but this could turn into something positive if we can get the word out. Her wish has been shared more than 8,000 times.
Yeah, her name is Kathleen, and she posted on Facebook a couple of days ago this post, which has been shared more than 8,000 times. It's a photo of her 3 dogs. She calls them the Aussie Posse. They have been with her forever, basically, and they are a fixture on the island. She lives in Friday Harbor, and she is dying of cancer. She starts chemo tomorrow, and the doctors have said that's not a cure. It's just an extension of life by maybe a couple of weeks. So her request is she's looking for a forever home for the Aussie Posse. She says, it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. My heart is breaking and I'm sobbing as I write this. But she has some very, very specific requests that she's trying to make their life better. They grew up on the island and they have more than a dozen siblings from multiple litters across the island, and she'd like to keep them on San Juan Island. And she'd like to keep them together because they've only ever known life together. Yeah. And so she is using social media and Facebook to try and get the word out and find out if there might be someone who might be able to give these 3 pups a great home. Autumn, Mona, and Finnegan. There she is with them.
It's her family.
That's right.
No,
That's right.
absolutely.
That is
and
her
this is so
family.
brave that she's going through this, and she's thinking about her
Right.
pets. She's not thinking about herself. I mean, that is a true pet parent right there.
Oh, yeah.
So people watching Travis at home, if they see this, if they're watching and maybe they have friends or family on Friday Harbor, maybe they're there right now. How do they get in touch with her? How do we spread the word?
So I promised her that if we have folks in the audience who might know somebody or might be able to do something about this, I would help her get in touch with them. So my ask is for folks to get in touch with us. Send us a tweet, send us a Facebook message, send us an email. If you know somebody who lives in Friday Harbor, on San Juan Island, who might be able to give these pups, the awesome Aussie Posse, a home and help Kathleen make her last wish come true and find them a great home so that she knows
that they're going to
be okay.
This is where social media is such a positive thing because it can connect a community in a way that we were never able to do this years and years before. So hopefully this has a really positive.
Okay. So they did find a home. They did find a home. Let me go back. Let me get out of the full screen and I will read y'all exactly what happened. Let me go back to my screen share. I want to share her picture with her dog. Well, hold on a minute. They did find a home. But one of the dogs stayed behind by her side until she passes away. Then I guess it's going to go with the other ones. So let's see. Aided by local media coverage, the story eventually reached a woman named Danielle Cochran and her family. As Kathleen and Danielle finally met up, it became evident that the Aussie Posse had found their new home. Oh, see, Lady's got that coloring on the back of her neck, black and white like that. Mocha, Luca, and Finnegan left with the Cochrans and transitioned well into their new home. As for Autumn Moon, who is the oldest of the pack, the loyal Pooch has stayed behind with Kathleen and will remain by her side through her final days. Kathleen is overwhelmed with gratitude towards her community for the support. She has made peace with her fate and feels relieved knowing that her dogs will be cared for, even after she is gone. I'm about to cry. So sad. That would be me, though. I would be worried about, my son, of course, and the dogs. It's pretty dogs. Look at them. The Aussie Posse, that's what they're called. See, their faces, those two, their faces kind of remind me of Ladybug. She does like that black and white. She got two different color eyes. Okay. I saw some people come in. Jip Tess. Horrible case in Annville, Pennsylvania. 12-year-old boy covered. Yes. Yeah, when that story first came out about that little boy, we talked about it on here. I saw another article about it the other day. He only survived on scraps. Whatever his siblings didn't eat, he got. Pieces of crap. Those cases really get me. I thought I saw Vicky come in. Beach Bum, thanks for the super chat, honey. Yeah, there's Vicky. Good morning, Vicky. Did I miss anyone else? I see Verbal. Jip Tess. It's on Fox News, Maxwell Schollenberger. Yeah, we'll look that up in just a minute, Jip Tess. Jermaine, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. The story we just heard, that's true love. True love. I bet her dogs are going to miss her so much, though. So sad. Bye, TC. Have a good night. Get some rest. Okay, let's look at Max before I get off here. Will be going live soon, and I don't want to be live when he goes live. See what's going on with little Max's case. He hadn't been to the doctor in years. He only weighed like 47 pounds, 12 years old. Where's the latest article? Right here. Pieces of crap. How could he do his own son like that? And the stepmom was involved. He let her do it. It was probably all her idea. The other kids were healthy and fed. Pennsylvania prosecutor vowed justice Monday for a 12-year-old victim of crap. Come on, sorry. 12-year-old victim of horrific child abuse, who she said remained starved, locked away, and isolated until his killing. Let me screen share this. These cases bother me, so I've not talked about it much. The Evelyn Boswell case, it did something to me. I can't explain what it did to me. It did something to me. I can't even hardly talk about Evelyn still to this day. Okay, let's look at the. Well, it's not showing the picture now. Showing a stupid advertisement. Let's mute the audio. Let's play this and see.
Acne and a lot of dark spots in this area. I have struggled with acne
I
literally
hate
since
stupid
I started
ads. Oh, God, it's a stupid political ad. Never mind. I thought they was going to talk about this case. Okay, so Little Max, let me see if I can pronounce his name right. Schollenberger, spent his short life imprisoned in an unlit, locked bedroom where he was tortured, neglected, denied food by his father and his acting mother. Hey, she's not a mother. She's a freaking demon. She needs to wash her own nasty hair. Today marks the first step in the long path of justice for this little boy, Graff said in announcing murder and child endangerment charges against Scott Schollenberger Jr., 42, his fiancee, Kimberly Maurer. Is that how you say her name? She don't deserve her name pronounced right. Max existed, I will not call this living, in a state of perpetual suffering. He existed in the most egregious, I can't say that word, and foul of conditions, she said. He remained starved, locked away, isolated until his killing. This child never looked forward to his first day of school, blew out candles on a birthday cake, or experienced the unconditional love of a family. When they found him in his room, on his bed, it was covered in feces, y'all. The bed, the child. There was some water in a room, in a glass, but less than an inch. So I think what happened is this fiance of the father's told a neighbor something about this kid's death, and that's how authorities learned. I think the neighbor reported it. Southern Mom. I love that true crime coffee mug emoji. I wonder what happened to his birth mom. I was thinking the same thing, Vicky. Let's see if it says anything. It seems like Chip Tess in here. She's been following this case, so she might know where his biological mother is. My grandson was at the home overnight with another child. They are on the same wrestling team. He saw the room with locks on the outside of the door. Thought it was strange. Your grandson? Oh my gosh, girl, you need to come up here and tell me about this. Seriously. Did the kid never make noises? Now, I know it said some of the siblings of Max's didn't even know Max existed. So I guess the father and this ugly woman, his fiance, they had kids together. Those kids were treated great. Let's see. Police were called to Max's home in Annville, near Harrisburg, on May 26 and found Max's malnourished naked body sprawled across a feces-covered bed. The room had no lights or electricity, adding that the windows had been screwed shut and the window shades duct taped to the window frames. Jesus. The coroner said that at the time of his death, Max was 4 foot 2 inches, weighed 47 pounds, nowhere near the height, weight, or stature of a normal 12-year-old boy. He ruled the cause of death blunt force trauma to the head and starvation. You talk about a miserable way to die. Being starved to death, locked in a room. Them mofos. Oh my God, I about said something else. These two sons of bitches should be thrown in a room, locked, treated the same way that they did Max. Is there any damn pictures of Max? How come nobody was missing this child from school or anything? Hadn't been to the doctor in 10 years, I believe. Let me see what Jip's saying here. She was blocked from any contact. Couldn't find him. Why did they pick this kid? Why was it just Max that was abused and locked away? Why weren't any of the other children done that way? Because Max's mother was someone else. That's why. Evil, evil bitch. And he and the father, he's more to blame than anyone. Max was his son, his biological son. He tortured and starved this kid and let that bitch do it too. My eyes. He's just like Lori Vallow. He's the most responsible because it was his son. Hey, Chris. Hello. How are you? Damn it. Just tie a rope around both their necks. Throw them over. Bring to right now. Yeah, Lisa. This is horrendous. They need the same exact treatment. Yeah. Chip says he never went to school. Verbal says they aren't human. No. Faithful One says, I let my kids go for a sleepover here and there when they were little, but now I'm like, I should have not allowed that. It's not safe. Yeah. Vicky says the mugshot say it all. She is pouting in that mugshot. Yeah, she's got those photos Dulos eyes. Look at her. He does too. They got that look in their eyes. Got the Manson eyes going on. Yeah, it's good to see Chris. I like Chris. She's a good one. There is a Justice for Maxwell page on Facebook that has some information. Someone had to make me a Facebook. I don't even have one. I used to, but I deleted it. Well, I deleted it. I had, there was some people on YouTube on there. My son was on there, and you know how people are. So I was just like, no, no, no. Someone could easily find my kid. No, no, no. So I may make one just for my true crime channel here on Facebook. I like to just use Discord and Twitter. Ooh, those mugshots, dead eyes for sure. Yes. It's a sad case. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, just locked in a dungeon. It was a dungeon for years. Imagine what that little boy went through, the things that went through his little mind. How much pain he felt, how hungry he went. Those things get to me. It's the things I think about. So sad. We're definitely going to follow this. This just haunts me. Just to think, in your situation, Jip, where you said your grandson went over, oh my goodness. Just to think, probably other people visited there, had no idea that kid was locked in a room. He probably knowed better to make any noises, or they would beat him. This reminds me of the case we covered in Tennessee, child held in concrete enclosure in the basement. A little girl was found buried in the backyard. Yeah. Yeah, didn't it turn out in that case there was actually two kids that were were buried in the yard. I think there was one on another property. I could be mistaken. I wish I could find that kid. Those two be shark food by now. Unfortunately, you know what, guys? Somewhere in the world, country, there's another kid being treated like that, locked away. It's heartbreaking. There needs to be stiffer punishments for child abuse. I believe if you abuse a child, you should go to prison for the rest of your life. You abuse a child once, you'll do it again. It's like these people that abuse animals. They'll just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. One kid was in a cage with animals, remember? Oh, yeah, I remember that case. The kid was in like a dog crate, and you could see like a dog food bowl and stuff in the crate. I remember saying they should put them in that crate, the parents. Wasn't that in another, was that in Tennessee? Yes, that happened in Tennessee. What it was, these people were like animal hoarders. I believe there was like a lot of exotic animals there, snakes and stuff. And they raided them for that. It was doing something illegal, and they found that they was keeping that kid in a cage. Yeah. Because some of those exotic pets, some of those snakes, you have to have a license and stuff for. And some of them in certain states you can't have. So, anyways, they were in trouble for that. Does anyone know if Will's live yet? I'm going to go check. See if he's got a live stream set up. I don't see one. Maybe he's not doing a live stream this morning. Speaking of Will, I've not seen Will in the stream. He's probably been busy. But I don't see a stream set up. Hopefully he'll go live here in a little bit. It's still early there. It's probably only like, let's see, maybe 8 o'clock there in the morning. Anyways, we'll keep following this case. Jib test, if you find out anything, let me know. I'd love to talk to you. Since you know these people kind of, know who they are. Is Will at a golf tournament? Well, maybe he's not going live this morning. I was trying to rush because I don't want to be live at the same time that he goes live because, he only gets live stream on Saturdays. And it would be rude of me to do that. Okay, he's out of town. Okay, well then, okay. I just don't want to be live when he is. I think that's rude, personally. People to do that, but that's just me. Okay, let's get out of that. So, what are you guys going to do? Oh, okay, Jib test. Well, if you find out anything, just let me know. If you don't mind, leave me a comment or something, or email me. Max is probably one of the worst cases that I've heard of, that I have followed since I started my channel. I've been watching true crime all my life. I've always been a true crime junkie, but this is one of the worst cases ever. This is worse than AJ Friend's case. And we know how bad that was. This is a lot worse. They deserve the damn death penalty. I'm probably going to try to get some, I'm probably going to try to get some cleaning done, some laundry done. We're going to be playing Never Have I Ever tonight. Everybody's invited. I'm going to set up the stream. I forgot to yesterday, but we'll probably do it about 9 p.m. I'm going to try to be on camera. I wish Will wasn't out of town because I need a panel buddy. Get Lisa to come up with me. And if anybody else wants to come up and hang out. And we're just going to shoot the breeze and have fun. Right, faithful one? I got us some good never have I ever questions. You should try to join us tonight, Jip, or anyone else that's new. Welcome to join us. Probably 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You gonna come up on panel, Lisa? Let me tell y'all what I've been doing. I've been looking for a leopard print outfit for Halloween for my Carol Baskin costume. It's gonna be Carol freaking Baskin, the Tiger Queen. And so I have been looking online. I looked for like a leopard print, like just one piece bodysuit, but I didn't want something tight. So I felt like this, what do you call them? Romper. It's kind of loose. It's leopard print. It's actually really cute. So I might order that. But then I was thinking, why not just get like a leopard print, some kind of leopard print blouse and some leggings? And Nevertheless Hope is making my flower thing for my head, my headband. So I don't know. Oh, Kara, I'm excited too. Are you going on a date or are you excited for Never Have I Ever? Which one? Oh, thank you, Drama. You're one of the most kind-hearted ladies I've ever known. If I like to say Matt, but I do feel like I know you better than my neighbor. Aw, you're such a sweetheart. You know what I'm thinking about doing? So, like the channel members, we had like a Google Meet thing, private, where we can all just like talk at the same time. I like to do that one night for all my subscribers. It's like private. Just come up on, just come in there. You turn the camera off, like I've got mine turned off, and just shoot the breeze. Nothing's recorded. It's just like a video chat. But I'd like to meet some of my subscribers. I call it meeting. I think that would be fun. Lisa says she's triple C to me and my bestie. Yeah, I gotta be triple C because there's another CC running around here. Sometimes I go and chat. I don't know if people's talking to me or her. Hey, Debbie, good morning. How are you? Oh, we're going to have so much fun. Oh, thank you, Charlie Girl says. I try to do things, people join the membership, you ought to give them something back. Sometimes I feel a little bit bad when I say in front of everybody, I'm going to do something for the channel members. I don't mean to hurt nobody's feelings. It's just, when people join that, you do got to give them something back. And actually, I like this Google Meet thing a lot better than sitting and doing a live stream and talking by myself. Because you get to know everybody, get to know them and their personality. That way, when you're in chat, you can understand them, know their personality. Kira says, for never have I ever. Yeah, it's going to be fun. You need to come up with me, Kira. I can give anybody the link before I go live. That's what me and Lisa does when she comes up. I'll just give her the link and she's already set up before we go live. We'll sit and chit chat a little bit. Charlie Girl says, yes, it is. The Google Meets are a lot of fun. I copied Diane, but I'm giving her credit for it. Oh, Diane, she cracks me up. I didn't finish watching her stream from last night. I fell asleep. Lisa's going to be a tiger for Halloween. I've got to get me like a little stuffed animal tiger for my background. Or either get my dog a lion costume or something. I think Carol Baskin's got lions. I know she got a thing for bobcats. Poor Carol Baskin. I can't wait to see her on Dancing with the Stars Monday night. Maybe she'll do a little bit better than she did before. I feel a little bit bad because I made fun of her and stuff. I said she sucked at dancing. Her outfit was, what did I say, horrendous. But at least she made it to Dancing with the Stars, I guess. I'll give her that. I need to get me a wig, Charlie Girl says. My hair's not long anymore. Carol's got that long hair. Hey, Red Rum. I thought I saw Red Rum. Yeah, there she is. I need to wear my glasses. I'm going to venture out and get me some Halloween decorations eventually. I got plenty of time. I've been trying to plan it out in my head what I want it to look like. Nothing special, but I want it to look, cute. So I'm going to get one of those black creepy cloths and hang up and then just do some decorations. I'm probably going to have a table out there so I can set my pumpkin up on. But I was thinking, what if I set all this up outside and it's cold Halloween night? I'll be out there live streaming in the cold. I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. I could always do it in this room if I needed to. Baby girl, we get it. Don't feel bad unless someone comes at you and says they just can't. That's between y'all. Says I can get my daughter. Oh, it's all right, drama. I don't never ask nobody to join nothing or do nothing. This is why I look at it. If people want to join, they can. If they want to do this and that, they can. I don't push stuff on people. Thank you, Neverly. So, yeah, I don't like going live when other people are live. I think it's disrespectful, especially when it's someone that's shouted your channel out and supported you for years. Will has supported me ever since I started YouTube. I used to watch Will before I even started my channel. He just didn't know it. My name used to be the Crab Shack because I had a hermit crab channel. Cold in the South. Well, you got to remember, I am in the South, but I'm in Southwest Virginia in the mountains. I'm not in the deep South where it's hot and muggy. It snows here. Try again, cold in the South. Well, you got to look up my area, birds. I'm not in the deep South. I'm in the mountains. Will is the reason I found CC's channel. Yeah, he shouted me out so many times. A lot of people found my channel through Will. I'm very grateful. I love Will to death. So, I'm getting ready to get off here, but I want to ask y'all something. Are y'all going to watch the Watts documentary? Man, I'm dying to tell y'all some things, but I don't want to say it publicly about the Watts case and stuff and some things that's going on because I don't want involved. Maybe I'll tell a few of y'all privately. There's been people feuding on the Watts case on here. Of course, they've always been feuding, people have, but now it makes sense why recently it's, they keep talking about it. It's because that documentary's coming out. There's this one channel that really don't want nobody to talk about that case anymore. It's weird. I'm just going to stay out of it. I don't think there's nothing to talk about with that case, but whatever floats people's boats, I guess. My videos are stacking up. Oh my God. I have so many videos saved to watch, especially like eyeshadow tutorials. I could not get my winged eyeliner freaking straight, even on each side. One of my eyes is a little bit bigger than the other one, I've noticed. That's a pain in the butt. Verbal, you want proof? I can show you videos of Annabelle running in the snow. Yeah, I'm not in the deep South. Whatever cranks their tractor, Debbie said. Well, look, here's the thing. If you're saying that you're advocating for Shanann's family, right? And they just want to be left alone. They want people to quit talking about the case. Okay, here's the thing. You're doing that, and then you're arguing with other creators. So that just brings more attention to it, right? That's the way I think about it. I just try to stay out of it. Personally, I'm not going to be talking about the case. People have harassed that family to death. I get it. They just want to be left alone. Yeah, Chris Watts, he's a piece of crap. He should have got the death penalty. Instead, he's sitting in a cell looking at his kids' pictures and his wife, beautiful wife. I reckon Shanann and the girls where they're buried at, it's freaking beautiful. The tombstone and everything, the whole setup. Southern Moment's beautiful here in the mornings. Yeah, the leaves are falling here. It's going to be really pretty. I need to get some good pictures of the leaves when they turn all red and some of them's gold, brown. It's beautiful here. Talking once cases played out. I said my opinion way too many times. I think they're way more interested cases. I don't think you should be allowed to have their pictures. Yeah, well, this new documentary is coming out. It's got videos of their wedding and stuff. I don't know, but someone said Shanann's family signed off on it for it to happen. Now, I don't know. I just saw that written in someone's video title. I don't know, but there's been some feuding going on about the case. Like, I just stumbled upon it. One night, I just stumbled upon a live stream. People were screaming, going at each other, and it was over that case, and I was like, wow. I get it, like, hey, they don't want to be bothered. Personally, I would never bother a victim's family. Reach out to them, ask them questions. No, 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 no. I would never do that. Guess that's why I don't make a good YouTuber, but no. I try to be respectful. I mean, that family's been through hell, you know what I mean? The people, there's channels say bad things about her, about Shanann. I just saw a video go up the other day from a Chris Watts supporter insinuating that Shanann medicated her girls when they didn't need it. It's ridiculous. See, when people ask me on here where I'm from, I'll say West Virginia. They always say, oh, Virginia is beautiful. Yeah, they don't know the difference between, a lot of people don't, Virginia and Southwest, or Virginia and West Virginia. Now, when I say that I'm from Southwest Virginia, people think I'm from West Virginia. No, I'm from Virginia, the Southwest part. You know how this state of Virginia is shaped? Right down there at the little tip. That's where I'm at. I can be in Tennessee real quick. I can be in Kentucky real quick from where I'm at. Well, I don't have Netflix. I'm actually thinking about subscribing to Netflix, though, because they're doing all these documentaries and everybody wants to talk about them. And yes, I run a YouTube channel, so I got to watch stuff like that. How much is Netflix a month? Can I get Netflix on my laptop, y'all? I know it's probably a dumb question. So you're a good YouTuber because you don't upset victims' families. You got it back. Oh, thank you, Burbs. I still need to talk to you, Burble, about Sophie case. I've been hearing some things about the Sophie's case. You know, the hashtag I stand with Sophie. Been hearing some stuff about the dad. I don't know what to think. So I need to talk to you guys and see what you found out. Don't Carol's desk have black leopards on it or mountain lions? Probably. Everything she wears is leopard print. Now, wouldn't that be something if I went around wearing a rooster on me all the time, or hoof prints, goat hoof prints, or paw prints on my clothes all the time? I love animals. Carol don't know what loving animals is. She don't love animals the way that I love animals, the way that Dawn loved animals. No. She has no passion. I gotta look better than her on Halloween. I am gonna find me a meat grinder to put in my background. I swear I am. I'm gonna try to. Because I don't think she put, if, I thought she really put Dawn in a meat grinder. I wouldn't do that. I don't believe that story. They say Carol's not a suspect. I'm very suspicious of her because the will was forged. 4 different handwriting experts say that. Plus, she didn't do nothing to even look for him. I think she's involved. Somehow, let me say that I think she knows what happened to Dawn. That's the way I'm going to say it. This will be great. Yeah. I got to look better than Carol. Come on now. I'm going to be the Carol from 20 years ago. Carol didn't used to be a bad looking woman. I'm just going to be honest. She didn't used to be that bad looking of a lady. She was young. 9:48 is what I have last week for this month. Is it 9:48 a month for Netflix, Cheryl? Is that what you're saying? I think that's what she said. Hey, Mel. Once they have, I hope the Netflix shows Shanann in a better light. Yeah, I hope it does too. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I saw her wedding video. I saw a clip of the Netflix thing trailer. She was beautiful in that dress, y'all. Really, she looked so elegant, so beautiful. Hope you've been doing good, Mel. Very Mary, I got you. I gotta figure out how to do cat eyeliner. Make my eyes look like a cat. I gotta look better than Carol, y'all. Hey, down at the Family Dollar store the other day. By the way, Lisa, at the Family Dollar store, they got this Halloween kit. It's got the headband with the leopard print ears. It's got a little bow that you put on your neck, and it's got the tail that you can tie onto the back of your like belt loop or something. Like $4 or $5. I started to get it. Why is mine $12.99? Your Netflix? I don't know. Maybe Cheryl's got a different package than you. So you look 1,000 times better than Carol. Just say. Carol's got a little age on her. I'm surprised she don't, with all her money, get some Botox or something. I'm trying not to be mean, but she does look rough. Hey, Cement Shoes. Tell Melissa good morning. I gotta get y'all. If y'all gonna keep me talking here, I've got to get some coffee. Oh, you only have it for one TV. Southern Mom says they charge her $14.99. And what they say, it's her story. Oh, it's going to be about Shanann. Yeah, I mean, damn, I need to watch that, y'all. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be nothing new in it that we already don't know. I mean, we know everything about that case, inside and out. Well, most of y'all do. I forget things. Yeah, because I hope it's more about her too, because that movie totally sucked. Lifetime really dropped the ball on that. I was so disappointed. Some of the stuff that they put in there, and they made North Korea, Nicole Kessinger, out to be a victim. I guess she kind of is a victim in a way if she didn't know he was married. But I believe she knew. I mean, to the police, I guess she's a victim. To me, she's not. That's what I'm trying to say. See you, Mel. Ever get that or not? It's not time. I don't know if I can watch Chris Watts anymore. Yeah, Netflix, man. I'll tell you what. I don't know about them. They're involved with some shady Shady people. Look, Carol Baskin, Joe Exotic, and then they do that Cheer documentary, and that guy is busted with child porn, trying to get kids to send him naked pictures and videos through Snapchat. There's some seedy characters they work with. Let's see, Drama says coffee with CC. Save your toilet paper and paper towel holders. Cut out cat eye slits. Paint them black and put a Dollar Tree battery operated lights inside. It's very cool. You can tuck them in the corners. Oh, that's cool. I've been looking up, just some backdrop ideas for Halloween. I found some cool things. I told Mark I wish he would cut me out like a pumpkin out of, a board, wooden pumpkin, and paint it. He could do it for me. I can't wait till the headlines read, "What's dead?" Oh gosh, he's a Bible thumper now. He's preaching. He's preaching now. He found Jesus in prison. Yeah, right. I think he didn't even believe in God before these murders, to my understanding. I just don't get it. Like snapping on Shanann, yeah, but why the girls? Why did he have to kill the girls too? He killed the girls because they would have told on him. I think Bella saw him. She got up, it's like, what's wrong with mommy? And that son of a gun, he said he actually, when he was strangling Shanann, he watched her eyes fill with blood. There was an article about that yesterday trending. And it's because the Netflix documentary's coming out. That's why you're seeing all this watch stuff. Some of these people that I'm subscribed to, all you ever see is Watts videos. Since I started my channel, 2 or 3 years ago, they still do the same Watts videos over and over. How much can you talk about one case? I have seen channels that's like dedicated to one case. That's fine. I can't do it. I like to talk about different things, other cases too. He didn't find Jesus. He found a female prayer partner to visit him. Oh, really? He gets all kinds of women writing him to jail. He had that one girl. I don't know if she was his girlfriend, but he was all buddy with Cindy Watts. I think Miss Mintz's channel, she's called something Lady Justice Advocate now. She's real close with Cindy Watts. I mean, I feel bad for Cindy in a way, but the way she done that interview after the murders and the things she said about Shanann, so unclassy, so uncalled for. Even though they didn't get along and stuff, she should have not said those things. That was her daughter-in-law and her 2 grandkids that her son killed. And she sat in that interview and tried to put the blame on Shanann. It don't matter what kind of person Shanann was. She didn't deserve to be murdered and her girls. That's just the facts. It don't matter if she was the biggest bee in this world. Shouldn't have killed her and his 2 little girls especially. That's the way I look at it. And Miss Mintz's channel tries to make it out like Shanann had Munchausen by proxy. I don't believe that. Hey, Jermaine. They're going to come out with Chad and Lori doc stories and movies. I bet you're going to do that. Of course, Jermaine. Yes. They come out with a documentary and a movie. I'll have to watch it about Lori and Chad Dumbbell. I get so mad when I'm reading and I call her Lori Daybell. Oh, gosh. Because I do not want to call her Daybell. Because that's what she wants people to call her. She's so proud of that name. So I refuse to do it. She will always be Vallow. She's getting ready to be charged with Charles Vallow's murder. Wait and see. I think Tylee witnessed that. That's one reason Tylee was murdered. She just wanted those kids out of her way. What I can't understand is why not just give JJ to his grandparents and Tylee to her aunt or whoever if the kids were in her way and she thought they was like zombies. Why not just send them to live with relatives? I think part of that reason is because Tylee witnessed the murder of Charles. She knew it wasn't self-defense. I think Cindy never got over not being able to marry Chris herself. Cindy is the type of person that no one was ever going to be good enough for her son. Lord have mercy. I could never do my son's daughter like that. Even if I didn't like her. I mean, look at the problems that were caused because these two didn't get along. In all honesty, it probably was a stressful situation for Chris, but he should have done something about it. He should have talked to his mommy about it, not let his mommy talk bad to his wife. It's plugged up. It muted me. Okay. He should have stood up to his mommy. It was like, hey, you're not going to talk to my wife like this. Because when you get married, your wife's supposed to come first in your family. The Bible says so. Someone might know the quote from the Bible, but you're supposed to cling to your wife. Yes, Lori wanted money too. She killed Charles because she was wanting that life insurance money. She knew he might have changed it. She was just taking a gamble, you know. She knew there was a chance he might have changed it, but then there was a chance she might get it. And that's why they killed Tammy. They needed Tammy out of the way so they could be together. And she had an insurance policy too. Chad got that money. Tammy did get a nice tombstone, bless her heart. She had a thing for ducks. I think she had a pet duck. Surprised Chad didn't kill it. But it had like ducks on the tombstone. And it had like 4 or 5 little ducks following the mama duck. I guess to represent her kids. Tammy was a really sweet person. I believe she believed most of Chad's bullcrap he was trying to sell people. But then there at the end, you know, she didn't buy into it, and Lori did. I'm blowing you a kiss, Jermaine. Love you, hon. You're a good guy. Lori's vindictive. Yes. She's also, I don't know the word for it, really concerned with her looks at all times. Her looks comes before everything. Accused of killing her, basically accused of killing her kids. She's worried about her looks and being on camera. She loved the media attention. She said she was bigger than COVID, Kobe Bryant. She also said, look at all this, talking about her body, worth $1 million. Lady, you ain't worth 2 damn cents. You ain't worth the damn dog's turd. Excuse me, I never say stuff like that, but she ain't worth 2 cents. Oh my goodness. Well, guys, it's been fun, but I'm going to get off here and go scramble me some eggs, make me some toast, and have some strawberry jam. I will see y'all tonight at 9 p.m. I'm going to set up the stream, and then I will share it in a community post for everyone. Cement Shoes, you and Melissa try to come. We're going to play Never Have I Ever. And we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to have an open panel if anybody wants to come up and just hang out. We got to have fun. We talk about all this gory stuff all the time. So we got to have a little fun. I'm going to have to start adding in some, what do you call it, like pop culture, you know, trending topics, stuff like that. Try to add more in. But anyways, I love y'all. Have a great Saturday. I will see y'all tonight. Be safe. Be kind. Peace. And thank you for your support. I love all y'all. Y'all are great. Really. I got the best chat on YouTube. I say it all the time. I really mean that. Like, you guys are great. People brag on my chat all the time. Just how nice and respectful everyone is. You guys are awesome. You're my kind of people. Love y'all.